Morning. All right, so it is the morning of day 3. Today's game plan is to get to East Fork campsite, which is about I think like 7.8 miles according to Far Out, if I'm remembering correctly. I do have a few updates from last night. So update number 1, stayed at Bureau's Ford and stayed at the same campsite that I stayed at last time I came on the Foothills, and there was like no one around, and this time there was everyone around. Literally everyone and their brother and father were around. So that was a bit tough because I was just surrounded by testosterone, which is fine, but when you are the only lady around, that's a bit tough. I also got to the camp super early. There was like, I guess, a family fishing down by the site that I was at. They weren't camped there. They were fishing when I arrived. They were so loud because they had so many kids. And they finally left around 5, and I was like, yes. And then maybe an hour later, people start rolling in from hiking. So they filled up all the sites around me, which again is fine. It was just tough from going last night by myself to so many people. So that is update number 2. And the last update of the morning is that I got so many bug bites last night. And this happened to me when I went on the AT over summer too. And I don't know if it's like I'm allergic to something and it like takes like a day to kick in or something, but it's always on the back of my legs. And it doesn't present itself till nighttime. So I'm wondering if it's like my sleeping bag or my sleeping pad. Because when I was on the AT in winter, that didn't happen. But I also was sleeping in a sleeping bag liner, you know? So I don't really know. But I did put some Benadryl cream on it, and that seemed to help this morning. It was locked away in the bear box, which, fun thing, they took all the bear cables out at Bureau's Ford and put bear boxes, so that's nice. But yeah, I think that's all the updates for the morning. I will keep y'all posted if anything else happens. Okay, thought of another update. I yesterday got to the campsite very early, as you know, so I was like, I'll wash my cooler cloth, because that was smelling. If you're a lady, you know. And then I was like, I'll wash my sun hoodie as well, because why not? It'll dry out, because I'm here so early and the sun's out. Homeboy did not dry. So cool cloth did not dry either. Hoping it dries out as I'm hiking today, but a little prep for the AT. Putting on a wet shirt. Not fun, but I did it. So proud of myself on that. We're gonna head down to King Creek Falls. Supposedly, according to Far Out, one person said 0.2, most other people said 0.5. So we're adding an extra mile onto our day. But my shuttle driver, John, said to not miss this one. Now part of me is like, it was so close to Bureau's Ford. Like literally I've been walking for maybe 5 minutes. I wish I would have done it last night. So, if you stay at Bureau's Ford, my suggestion, drop your stuff, set up camp. If you have time, come down and hike it, like slack pack it kind of, you know? Drop your stuff at camp. Of course, hang your food. But then go down to King Falls. We'll see. Supposedly it's a good one.
to go just step on that, and I don't, it's a little wobbly. I don't think I'm going across. I think I'm gonna stay right here. So this is my view. I remember coming to this little side trail, which is literally like 100 feet, less than that maybe. And I remember being able to see through these trees. And I was like, oh, yay, there's a little view at the side trail. You know, you forget in summer, it's nice because there's new cold weather. But you don't get all the views that you do when it's wintertime. So, but we did get to see the, was it King Creek Falls or King Falls? That was pretty. So, all right, let's keep hiking. All right, I just took a little snack break because there was a, I don't even know if that campsite was labeled. I didn't check far out, I should have. I took a little snack break at a dry campsite up here, and I had a real idea, which y'all have probably already seen it at this point if you follow my Instagram. Shameless plug. When you are one of the first people to leave camp in the morning, you have the wonderful job of silk blazing the trail for everyone else, and that is most definitely me this morning. Honestly, I don't even know if anyone else is headed in this direction. I really don't. I think there was a group that was camped next to me, in the site next to me, that was talking about mileage last night. And either they came from Table Rock, obviously, because they were talking about the Flat Rock campsite, which is, I think, the last campsite I'm staying at, or they're headed in that direction and they're going to be camping at that one eventually. I couldn't really remember. And they were talking about like elevation, and I really don't like to know that before I start my day. I like to just see a general picture. I don't like to hear the numbers, because then it psychs me out as a Floridian. So anywho, been a pretty solitary morning, but that is okay after last night's manfest. I think that is super neat, the little bucket and pipe system there. I vaguely remember seeing that when I came out the last time. So I think today, another major thing that we do is I think we cross, if I'm not mistaken, I think we cross into North Carolina for a little bit, which is cool. If I didn't say it already, this trail is mostly in South Carolina, and it like weaves in and out of North Carolina. So I think there's a sign at some point in time on this climb saying that we are on the borderline. That would be cool. All right, so I just finished the false summit, and I'm going down a little bit, and then we'll get to the real summit. But I could have sworn that there is a boundary sign, and I was like, I thought it was on the false summit area. Maybe it's on the other one, but I checked far out to see if I passed it. But maybe I was just jamming out. And no, it's not labeled on far out. Like, I can't find it. so maybe it's not this climb that it is. I don't know. I guess I just gotta keep my eyes peeled, and maybe it's just not labeled on far out anymore. All right, so I don't know if I'm gonna get a border picture, but apparently this is a border survey stake. So does that mean I'm standing in two places at once right now, or is that not what that means? I don't really know. I know that they probably took out that other sign, if I'm thinking of the right place, which I think I am. But I remember the other sign kind of being like broken a little bit, like something clearly chewed at it or clawed at it or something. But I'm sad. I wanted a picture with the border sign. Unless they rerouted the trail, which they could have. I think that means, since I hit that thing, that I am done with the major climb of the day. So, yay! Now we go down for like, I think like 3 miles or something to Fish Hatchery, which I considered staying there when I was making my itinerary because of like the mileage that it puts me at. It's just not a good campsite. I remember I ate lunch there, and it just like, it's pretty small. I don't remember it having like good access to water like right at the campsite. Maybe it does and I just don't remember. I don't know. It was a long time ago. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the sites are flat. So now I might be making a mistake, because who knows, maybe the site that I'm going to is even worse. We'll see. My sunglasses broke. This whole piece, the like glass part, fell out, and I was able to pop it back in, but these are trash. Oh no, there's a bee. Good news is I brought another pair of sunglasses with me. They're just in my suitcase in my car, so I'll at least have them for the second half, which is the half I won't need them for because it's raining. So oh gosh, this bee is following me everywhere. Okay, I'm debating whether I want to eat lunch here because it's flat. I feel like I should. Let's eat lunch here. So I'm an idiot. I've just been sitting in this parking lot having lunch, relaxing, laying down on my mat. The guys who I shared my campsite with just passed by maybe 30 minutes ago, or 20, 15, something like that. So I'm hoping that they go right past me. But I'm an idiot because I was looking at far out, because I was like, maybe I'll push a little, because my campsite's only 3 miles from here, and now that I've taken this nice long break, I'm kind of like wanting to push more than just 3. So I was looking, and the border sign is not until tomorrow. So this whole time today I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in North Carolina, I'm gonna see the border sign. Near, that's tomorrow, unless I push further than my campsite, then maybe today. If this doesn't remind you of Jurassic Park, I don't know what will. I mean, wow. All those ferns. Is that what you call those plants? Ferns? The big old tree. Wow. I take back everything I said bad about the fish hatchery site. Granted, like, you gotta go back on the trail to get water, but like, where's there water down there? What is that? Looks like a little special trail. Alright, well, there might be water down there, but either way, I take it back. It looks like they leveled some sites out. Let me show you. So it, literally, you can tell that they leveled it. And then there's another one there, and like first walk in. They put some work in here. They definitely like people are not staying here because it's slanted. Dang. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Well, I'm gonna take a sit. I was hoping to find somewhere in the shade to sit. I guess I could sit on the ground on one of these flat sites. Wow. All right, I'm in my tent. My shirt is above me on top of my tent trying to dry out because it never fully dried out last night, like I told you guys, and it never dried throughout the day because I just kept sweating. So I'm laying here all gross. I look disgusting. Oh my god. I think I told you guys earlier that the people I shared camp with passed by me. I haven't seen them since. I feel like I'm kind of like comparing myself again and getting back into that same headspace of being on the AT of like, oh, everyone else is going further, like maybe I should go further. I'm like, no, Laura, like you plan this low mileage, like you shouldn't be hard on yourself. Like you're out here, you're doing it, you're much happier than you were the last time you were doing this. So like just let it go, you know? So anywho, that's my thoughts for now. If anything else happens, I'll catch you guys up. Okay, it's been about an hour since I recorded anything. 2 day hikers walked past from the opposite direction. I was like, got excited, thought someone was gonna come and stay here. No, just me. But now that I've been laying here for an hour, forget everything I said. I'm happy I didn't push on. I'm happy I had already had my tent set up by the time that mother-son duo came by, because I wasn't pulling it back down to hike more. So I'm happy with my decisions. I need to just stick with my plan. With that being said, though, when I get into town tomorrow, I need to check the weather, and I may or may not rework my mileage, because the first day is supposed to be sunny again, and as much as it pains me to do that many miles starting later in the day, I think it's a better option to do it on a sunny day versus a rainy day. So I'm gonna look at that when I get into town tomorrow night, but of course I'll keep you guys posted. But anywho, yeah, I'm happy that I am staying here. I still need to hang my bear line. I don't want to do it. Although there are a lot of slanty trees here, so it should be easy. Alright, so let me show you around. So that is the trail up there. You come down. There's a lot of flat area here. However, there are some trees that are questionable. And then you have a tree that's most definitely dead over here. Right in front of me there is a fire pit. Down that way there's water access. Not sure what that is. Questioning that as well. Anyone know? Let me know. And then if you go this way, there is another flat spot, but I wouldn't choose it because right above it is a widowmaker. And then if you come this way, you will notice in the distance my food bag is hung. Yay! It only took me 5 tries to throw the line, and then got it up there. It's not as high as I would have liked, but it's decent. And right next to it is a swing. Interesting. And then if you keep going back there, there is more, maybe room for like 2-ish tents, maybe 3 if you squeezed, and then another fire pit. And then around the corner there is another route to water, but it's more difficult. So I ate breakfast for dinner. I didn't really want the pasta meal I brought, and I had an extra breakfast that I didn't eat the day that I
arrived in South Carolina, just in case there wasn't like a Starbucks or something that I got breakfast at. I brought it, but there was, so I ate that for dinner instead, and then had another Nutri-Grain bar. And then going down to water right now. And then I hung my food bag, and now, oh, and I spilled milk all over my shirt. That's why it's 2 different colors. When I just finally got the shirt dry. So in the breakfast for dinner, I had cereal. And the cereal, I put powdered milk, so. Anywho, but yeah, and now I also stubbed my toe while I was brushing my teeth and doing all my nighttime chores before I can hang my food bag. And so I was like, now I have to go down and soak my feet in this water, even if it's going to be cold. So I brought my towel that I use for my face, but it's going to be used for my feet here in a second. But yeah, let me show you the water. So it's very nice. Part of the Chattooga is how you say it, Chattooga River, the one that we were at yesterday. It's really nice. That would be fun to go across, but I would never. All right, let's soak our feet. I think I'm gonna sit on this rock right here, or maybe just go in the water. I don't know. That is cold, buddy. Cold. I don't know. I think that's really all I'm going to do tonight. I have so much hours of daylight left. I think I'm just going to chill in my tent. All my camp chores are done. Got nothing else to do but lay. And no one else is here, so I'm kind of just like, well, could watch some Netflix. There's no one to talk to. I considered making a fire, but decided not to because it's so hot. I don't know. We'll see. Got so many hours of daylight, but I think that's going to be it for tonight. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Day 4.